Listen up, why most gym owners are busy fighting for members, launching the same boring 6-week challenges, and stuck competing with every other gym in the city. I've discovered this untapped method to add an extra $20,000 to $40,000 in monthly reoccurring revenue without signing up a single member. And it's partnering with just some of the hundreds of local personal trainers, massage therapists, meal prep companies, and other wellness professionals in your city. And this is the exact same strategy that took my gym from generating $5K per month to $45K per month in just a short couple of weeks. And this is the same exact strategy that we used to help Bradley Martin and Zoo Culture Studio add an extra $25,000 to their monthly recurring revenue without spending a dime on new equipment. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what this local personal training partnership actually is and how it's actually going to increase your gym's revenue. How it's way different than the traditional gym revenue model you see all these gurus talking about online every single day. And exactly how you're going to recruit and close these personal trainers, massage therapists, and other fit pros in your city. Let's dive into it. All right, so let's dive into PT Link and the local PT partnership model, and let's break down what this model actually is. So this is your new revenue system where you are going to partner with just some of the hundreds of personal trainers and fit pros inside your city. But let's talk about who they're not. These are not employees that we're looking for. We're not looking to control their time, their schedules, their income. We're going to motivate them to make more income. But again, we are not looking for employees. We're looking for independent contractors. And each one of these independent contractors, fit pros, professionals, personal trainers, are going to pay you anywhere between $800 to $1,500 plus on the first of every single month, not only to operate their business out of your facility, but in order to gain access to all of the tools and resources that you're going to provide them through PT Link to either start or start scaling their businesses, right? We're also going to give them continued training, continued business mentorship, all that good stuff to easily justify that price. And we're going to dive into the justification a little bit further into the video, but who are we going to target, right? We get to be super selective on who we bring into our facility because it's your facility, right? But the core foundation are going to be personal trainers. And how many are we looking for? We aim for anywhere between 25 to 40 personal trainers. And why this isn't going to be hard at all to find is I'm going to show you how there's literally no competition in your city when you have a system like PT Link. And if you're thinking 25 to 40 coaches is way too much, you may not have a big facility. To give you a different perspective, we had about 47 personal trainers, independent contractors inside a 4,300 square foot facility. So keep in mind, they're not going to be in there all at the same time, all the time. Some coaches are just available in the morning, some in the afternoons, some are in there all day, some just weekends, some have actual careers and they just like enjoy training on the side or whatever it is. So again, this just varies on your location, your demographic, the size of your facility, some other things as well. And we're also going to target other exclusivities that make sense with a fitness facility, right? Like sports massage therapists, body sculptors, spray tan specialists, med spas are also super massive, drip IVs, whatever makes sense to add it into a facility that has something to do with fitness and health, we want to add in here. Some gyms like to have barbershops. I personally never had one. I don't think I would add it in there. But again, if that's your thing, that's cool too. But typically, these exclusivities are paying anywhere between $2,000 to $3,000 on the first of every single month and are on 1-year commitments, right? Why would they pay this much? We're going to go a little bit further into the justification on these prices. But again, they're going to have exclusive access to all of these coaches and their clients and your organic clients and the marketing of the facility and all these other business owners as well too. So this is also really great for these wellness pros to be able to leave the corporate facilities that they're at or be able to start their own business, or if they have one independently already, be able to scale it because now they're around a group of people who need their services literally every single day, right? Also meal prep services. This is a great one to add if you don't have one already because we charge them anywhere between $1,000 to $1,500 on the first of every month to be able to have a fridge in your facility. But this is really great to benefit you and your team as well because it brings a lot of foot traffic because these meal prep companies usually make this a pickup location. So now you have people walking in your doors who have never heard about your gym before, right? And why this system is so great because it's literally a win-win for everybody, right? It's not just benefiting the gym owner on, hey, just pay me your rent on the first of every month. Here's a key, run your own business. We're going to give them a lot more value than that. So yeah, you do get to generate an extra $20,000 to $40,000 extra reoccurring every single month, but you get to create scalable careers for these PTs in your city, right? These PTs go on to help transform thousands of other lives in your community, right? These members usually naturally get memberships as well too. Even though that's not our main focus, it happens naturally, because why would they want to go get a membership somewhere else if they're already learning on your equipment at your facility, right? These clients that come in with the coaches, they are only able to come into the facility while they are with that coach. They cannot just come in whenever they want. So that's why it's super beneficial for them to get a membership. And honestly, there's so much more we're going to dive into too. But first, let's dive into why and how this is so different from like a traditional gym model, right? Because even though I'm pretty sure you do have state-of-the-art equipment, right? I'm pretty sure you do have an awesome vibe at your facility that nobody else has. I'm pretty sure you have the best community around. I'm pretty sure you probably call your gym the mecca of whatever city, right? And it may be. I'm not trying to talk crap, but what I'm saying is every other facility is saying the same exact thing. They're saying the same thing. So it's like, how do you stand out? What do you tell everybody? Like, yeah, but ours is really, it really is like a 10 out of 10 or whatever it is, right? But here's the thing with PT Link is we are not chasing after members anymore. So all these facilities, if you haven't Google mapped how many gyms are in a 15-mile radius, this is only a 5-mile radius, right? But realistically, you should zoom out at least a 15-mile radius and look at your competition, because every little red dot you see is your competition. But with PT Link, there is no competition. And so yes, not only do we get to generate stable monthly income, but the best thing ever is there's no competition with all these facilities. Even if some of these facilities are leasing space to independent contractors, they're either charging them a very, very low amount, maybe $300, $400, $500 a month. And they're just like, here's a key, do whatever you're going to do. Like, don't depend on me for anything, right? So those coaches are stuck, but there's still no competition with them because they want to grow. They want to make more money. They just don't know how yet, but we are able to show them. Or they are charging them the same amount, right? They're probably, the facility is charging that coach $1,000. And now we're like, hey, our rent is actually the same, but look at everything you get with us, right? It's an overwhelming amount of value, and it just makes it a no-brainer offer for them to want to join your team. Why would they want to stay stuck and try to keep figuring it out on their own when you are going to be able to show them a roadmap on exactly everything they're going to get with PT Link and your facility, right? But let's talk about why this is just way superior with creating more revenue, because again, depending on your facility size, and we can increase this number as we go too as well. Like you may have $1,000 just for the first 10 coaches, then it goes up to 11 or 12 or whatever it is, right? But let's do super conservative numbers. Let's just say you're charging $1,000 per month for these Fit Pros, right? These personal trainers to access the facility and the tools and systems and all that good stuff, right? So 25 Fit Pros is going to generate you an extra 25K monthly reoccurring. And the dope thing is minimal overhead, right? You don't have to go buy more equipment. You don't have to build out a section outside. Like you don't have to do all this stuff, right? But you do get to add facility improvements, right? House Fitness and Wellness Center, they added showers, a cafe, a retail area. They added more equipment as well, right? But what are you doing with this extra revenue? Are you hiring more help so you can take more time off or so you can keep growing? Like what else are you adding? And I'm going to go over more and more, but like if you have retail, if you have apparel, right? It's like, why not make the facility a one-stop shop instead of letting all these Fit Pros and all these members and all these clients walk out those doors just to go buy it somewhere else, right? But this is why, again, it's just a win-win for everybody, because each one of these professionals, whether they be a personal trainer or exclusivity like a massage therapist, med spa, a drip IV, or whatever it is, right? All these people actually start networking with each other to start growing their brand and generating more clients and more revenue, right? And again, they're not competing with each other because there's different services. So each one of these professionals brings in clients that are going to use these other services, right? So again, this is a little mock-up, but again, if you have other areas, like if you're selling supplements at your facility, if you're selling apparel, if you're selling, I don't know, I've seen a gym selling eggs, like some crazy stuff, right? But the thing is, when a PT comes on board, right, the PT on average is going to have about 10 clients. Well, these clients are going to need meal prep, right? If they don't want to prep their food. And so they also may get hurt or get injured or whatever it is, and they may need a sports massage therapist, right? So they keep these clients within this ecosystem and all the other stuff you have to offer at your facility. The meal prep facility, the company usually has the fridge that they drop off, and they're going to bring foot traffic into the facility. And they're like, wow, this gym looks amazing. Like, how can I get started with either a membership or hiring a personal trainer, right? Or, hey, I see there's a massage therapist. My neck's been killing me, right? So it starts creating this ecosystem and really creating a one-stop shop with your facility and all these Fit Pros that you now partnered with. And again, they've dumped money into the supplements and all of the crazy stuff. But this is what it's looking like, right? So on average, let's just say we bring on a coach. On average, they're going to have about 10 clients. right? Some are going to have more, some are going to have less. This is just being like super, super realistic with it, right? But let's zoom out and let's start imagining what your facility is going to look like with this partnership, right? And I want to be super conservative. This is only about 25 coaches, right? So again, you're going to be adding in all these people walking through your doors, and you start creating a little mini army, because now instead of it just being you promoting and marketing your facility, now you have an army of business owners, of coaches, of fit pros, of wellness professionals marketing the facility for you all day long, every single day. Because these coaches are clocking in at 5 a.m. Maybe they're locking up at 10 or 11 p.m. at night, right? So now it's like, dude, you have so many more people marketing your facility and more eyes landing on it now. So yeah, we still want to run ads and all that stuff, but it's like, these guys are doing all the work for us, right? And usually all these people that can't afford a personal trainer, they may have a little bit more income to be able to spend on all these other services as well. So now it just really, really starts growing this ecosystem. And even though memberships aren't our main focus, let's just say, to keep it super realistic, only 20% of these coaches' clients actually want to buy memberships, right? Because again, they only have access to the facility while they're scheduled with their session with their coach. So after their session, they have to go, right? Their coach leaves, they can't just stay there and like work out. So again, if they want to have access to the facility like normal operating hours, they have to have a membership. But let's just say super conservative numbers. Let's just say only 20% of these clients want to actually get memberships, right? That's about 50 new members. And again, super conservative numbers. I don't want to fluff this up too much, but some of you guys might be at $100 a membership, 150, whatever it is. Like, you can do the math. But let's just say your memberships are $50 a month, right? That's going to add an extra $2,500 monthly recurring revenue. Again, this is just reoccurring, like not even to include the 25K from these coaches, plus all the money that they're going to add because now they're spending more on apparel and they're spending more on nutrition and subs and energy drinks and everything else you have going on in your facility, right? So this is why it's a win-win-win. We don't want these guys walking out the door and having to go spend this money anywhere else, right? So again, if you've already heard enough, you can go ahead and click the link in the description to book in a call if you want to be the first in your city to run this program. And let's dive into the next portion, which is how to recruit and close these fit pros. But before I walk you through how we're going to recruit them, let's talk about who we're actually recruiting first, right? There's 3 levels of fit pros and personal trainers that we're going to pull from. It's the 9-to-5ers, the ones who are already independent, and then the commercial gym coaches, right? These are super awesome because this guy right here, Steven, might be the only bold one to take this leap, but then we got Stephanie, Bobby, Karen, and whoever else just watching. But as they start seeing him being successful at your facility and generating more clients, generating more income, now they eventually take the leap because they want to see somebody else take it first, right? These independent coaches, they may already be taking a couple clients at home, at a different gym. They may just be meeting clients at the commercial gym to train them there or park or whatever it is, right? And the 9-to-5ers, again, these ones are super, you're going to probably see a lot more of these people reaching out than the independent commercial. It's weird. I don't know why. It's just, it is what it is, right? But these 9-to-5ers hate their job, right? They can't wait to clock out and run to your gym to get their workout in, to record their set, take some selfies, all that good stuff. Majority of these 9-to-5ers are already living the lifestyle, right? And they probably already have people asking for advice and help and tips and tricks and all that stuff, but they just don't know how to package it together to be able to start charging for it, right? These independent coaches are probably stuck for the past couple months, past couple years. They're stuck undercharging because they don't know what they could be charging. They base their prices off of the belief in their program, or maybe somebody told them what they should be charging, and that's just what they stuck with. They don't know what they should be charging. And even if they do, they don't know how to increase their prices with confidence, right? They're probably stuck wondering where their next client or this next lead is coming from because they're posting random selfies or cinematic content that's really not giving any value in showing people that they're an expert personal trainer. And they're probably also working multiple jobs, right? Like they're probably also doing the 9-to-5 stuff. I'm working at Chipotle or wanting to leave a corporate job or something like that. We see a lot of those, right? But what's cool about these commercial gym coaches is, again, we know all of their pain points. We know that the gym is taking anywhere, every gym is different, but taking anywhere between 65% to 85% of their paycheck. And these coaches know it. They know that the client's paying the gym about like $75-ish per session, and they see that they're only getting minimum wage from it, maybe $10 to $20 per hour. So they start seeing like how much potential they could be making if they did take the leap on their own, but they just don't know how. Because right now they have a capped income. right? They have no schedule control. They don't know when they can take a day off. They have to ask for permission. They're probably working these crazy split shifts and all this other stuff. They maybe are getting people asking them for extra help outside of the gym, but the gym's giving them a hard time in looking at them as a conflict of interest if they do that. Right? These coaches want more, but they don't know where to go for the help. And it's really easy for these guys to transition because they're already training clients, right? These clients that they are with, even if they've only been there for a couple weeks, get very, very loyal to the coach. They don't become loyal to the facility. So a lot of times we can give these guys a roadmap on, hey, this is how you're going to talk to these clients. For the ones that do want to decide to come with you, we're going to basically let them know you're going to grandfather their rate. And now they're getting 100% of that $75 instead of just the $10 to $20 split. And let's dive into the wellness and other fit pros that we can bring on board too. So we have the med spas, we have the drip IV, the body sculptors, all that good stuff. But just for the sake of this video, to make it super, super simple, we're going to always look at sports massage therapists, because they're like plug and play. Super easy for these guys to be able to instantly get clients from not only these coaches in building relationships and networking, but their clients as well. A lot of times these guys are working for these big giant chains that are taking the same thing as like commercial coaches, these high percentages of their income. They're being overworked, underpaid, and they're just not happy where they're at. They know they have potential to do more, but they just don't know where to go. So instead of these guys going and getting like a retail spot on their own and having to market and promote like Complete Fresh all on their own, it's like we bring them into our ecosystem now with these 20 plus personal trainers and their 200 plus clients, plus your organic clients and your marketing and all the ads and stuff that you're doing too. So again, it's just a no-brainer offer for these guys, right? So what happens is we market and we bring them into PT Pro Accelerator, which is our business coaching and mentoring program that we do with everybody that comes on board, right? So it doesn't matter if they're coming from a 9-to-5 job, if they're independent, commercial, wellness, or whatever. It's business coaching. And so the marketing and sales strategies is really, really all the same. The only thing that's going to vary is their main offer. What are they charging for their one-on-one sessions, their small groups, their online, all that good stuff, right? So once they come on board, we're able to still show them all this social proof. And so we're going to show somebody coming from a 9-to-5, like a 9-to-5 or social proof, a commercial gym, somebody that came from a commercial gym that's also winning with us as well. So, and this is also how we're going to justify what we're charging for the rent rate. We always want to make the rent investment like something they can pay back easily, right? We don't want to make it like too much of a strain. But realistically, 1 to 2 clients should cover that rent investment, and the rest is 100% profit for these guys. This is a coach that came from an independent facility, right? So she signed an online client that paid her upfront $900 for a 3-month program, right? And each month, that's going to require maybe an hour's worth of her time, right? Then we got Ziri, same thing, Lyft, a corporate gym. Sometimes all the clients won't be able to transfer over, but now we're showing them how to give even more value. And so they can still make some type of sale instead of walking away completely with nothing from the current clients that they have now. And so, yeah, close out a $900 program, which is still super cool because now it makes it more comfortable for them to be able to take the leap when they are generating some money right off the bat. Right. Marianne is a really, really good example as well of a coach who was training out of independent facility and just didn't get the help or the resources that she needed. So she threw in the towel, went back to coaching at a big box commercial gym and realized really quickly that that was not the plan. It wasn't the move. So she transferred over to House Fitness and Wellness Center, which is another gym that we partner with PT Link. And after getting all the information that she needed, now she has the skills to be able to close out clients at $2,000 up front for her programs. So now it makes it a no-brainer. Like you wouldn't invest $1,000 per month to be able to get all the information, tools, and resources you need to be able to close clients like this every single month. It's like, dude, you can keep scaling so crazy after that, right? And then we got Marcos. So same thing. He's a wellness professional. He's a sports massage therapist, does some other services as well. But now we're able to show proof to those guys coming on board. It's like, hey, we can also help you guys with our business and coaching mentorship. And so here he is hitting 10K months, right? So it works. It doesn't really matter what type of route they are coming from. It works no matter what, as long as they are applying all the information that they're learning. So let's talk about how we're going to attract these fit pros. So now we have a 5-step process. We are going to do a done for you, done with you system, right? So we are going to launch a local ad and we are going to target a 15-mile radius around your facility, right? So we are going to make you the most seen facility with this ad, but also announce this exclusive partnership that nobody else in your city has, right? And they don't even, like I said, even if they are offering some type of mentorship, is nowhere near on this level. And again, it's how you're going to generate an extra couple thousand views to your profile. And so what happens is these prospects that we're calling out, whether they're the 9-to-5ers, the commercial gym coaches, the independent coaches, now they're hitting the follow button, right? And so once they follow our profile, they're in our ecosystem. Now they're in our spider web. We're not going to make it transactional. We're not going to have them see the ad and go fill out a form or whatever. It's just like, hey, this is you, hit the follow button. And then once they do, that's where we are going to follow a proven DM script to be able to go start a message with them, have a genuine conversation, get to know them a little bit more. And if we feel like they're going to be a good fit, we can invite them into a 10-minute intro call where we're going to ask them a couple more questions in detail. Is this something they're looking to take action on right now, or something that they're saving for later, or like what's going on? Right? If we feel like they're a good fit, then we bring them in for the consultation. We're going to actually show them the entire rundown of what you're about to offer them. It's going to make it a no-brainer offer. Like if they don't find that you have the help that they need, they're probably just throwing in the towel already. But again, so they're going to come on board and they become a paying trainer. And then now we bring them on to PT Pro Accelerator, where just like you brought them in, we're going to show them how to do the exact same thing. And so we're going to show them how to create a no-brainer offer. So an irresistible offer that their clients that are coming in are going to feel crazy saying no to, because they just have an overwhelming amount of help to offer them, right? We're also going to show them what tools and systems they need to either start or scale their businesses. It really just depends on where they're at. We're also going to show them how to start niching down and picking a target audience. Once they have that, we're going to show them how to create content that specifically speaks to their ideal audience's pain points and desired outcomes, solutions, all that good stuff. And I think the biggest thing more than anything is show them how to become a sales pro, because if they're not closing out these consultations, they're probably making no money. And if they're not making any money, they're probably not going to want to stay with us, right? Again, there's just an overwhelming amount of value and support inside PT Pro Accelerator. But on top of that, we don't just give them a bunch of videos and say, hey, everything you need is in here. Don't hit us up anymore. Again, we know people need a lot more support than that. And so we also give them weekly group coaching calls to go over all this stuff even more in detail. At the end of the calls, we always do open Q&As. So if they have any questions about the call or anything else, they can ask them on this live call, right? We have 24/7 chat support. If they don't want to wait for these calls, they could ask you questions, or they can drop that specific question inside our community chat at any time, and we'll get back to them. Self-paced support, they always have access to these videos to go back and watch at any time that they want. It's literally an app that they can download on their phone, and it's in their pocket 24/7, right? And then the extra team support, obviously you're going to be there to help guide and support them with other questions if they need be, or if they just need a motivational talk or whatever it is, right? And the cool thing is too, with all our facility owners, we do this exact same thing as well. So we don't just kind of like launch this and say everything you need is there. Like it's continued mentorship and support. So again, we just make it a no-brainer offer, and it's a win-win for every single person that is partnered with PT Link. When I bought my gym, it was $40,000 in debt, and we only had 12 trainers on board. But after implementing the system, we took it from $5,000 to $45,000 reoccurring in just a short couple of weeks. Then we did it again with Zoo Culture Studios, adding $25,000 reoccurring in just 8 weeks. Look, the old way of running a gym is just dead. The gym owners that are crushing it in 2025 aren't the ones that are still competing with every other gym in the city. They're the ones creating these win-win partnerships with fit pros inside their city. And if you want to start implementing this system in your facility, go ahead and click the link in the description.